Tonight, Primetime takes you into uncharted territory. 2 families, 9 cameras installed in private homes for months at a time. 1,500 hours of video filled with raw emotion, jealousy, good intentions, disastrous results. Kids plotting against stepmom.
I hate her. I hate her.
What has happened is so horrible.
The wicked witch that lives in my house haunting my dad.
And over in another family, parents seem to be teaming up in blind rage against a child.
Come on, you!
Scenes so out of control, the little kids cover their ears and pray.
Put your hands over your ears, baby. Hold them.
Tonight, we bring in the experts to watch the explosions.
Good God!
They reel at some of what they see. And then, at the end of all this, we bring in the parents, too, to watch the video chronicles of their families and themselves. Can our experts heal these families that have split apart? You want reality TV? Tonight, you get it, starting now. Girls with a Hollywood dream, about to do something most of us could never imagine.
Roll tapes.
The new, hot, fresh talent is always better than the old, used.
Inside the new world of pornography.
I had to do a lot of things that I can't imagine anyone wanting to do.
Tonight, America's giant appetite for pornography, a $10 billion industry, and you'll be surprised who's cashing in. What makes a girl do it? We follow a teen along the road from her first movie to the roughest side of raw, X-rated fame. Tonight, an unprecedented 2-year look inside the business. Porn, big money, shattered lives.
But when you're telling me about things that really made you suffer, you're still smiling.
Now I'm gonna cry.
And what's real, what's not hidden?
Tonight,
Okay, so she's a bitch.
teenage girls, cruel intentions.
Girls are very mean. They're just evil.
June's such an annoying and fat bitch.
It was from Heather about you.
Like, you can be in school and get a text message, I hate you.
America's kids return to school armed with the cameras and cell phones that have become weapons of teenage mass destruction, used in brand new ways to invade privacy, humiliate. It's all very personal.
In middle school, girls would bring their camera phones into the locker room. If they didn't like a certain girl, that's the way they would get back at her.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll show you the telephone tricks to make sure that you hear the hurtful things your so-called friends are saying about you.
It's the easiest way to put someone in a trap.
And we have an experiment that will let you be part of what happens.
Ooh.
How quickly it can start and where it can end.
Kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Tonight, Cruel Intentions. Here now, Diane Sawyer.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime. Tonight, teenage girls, cruel intentions.
They're white. They're proud, and they're expecting a war.
We're not firing the first shot. They've already declared war on us. With their rape, with their crimes.
They say they're just average American, but you'd be surprised by the company their leaders keep.
My goal is to spill the blood of my enemy before they spill my blood!
Tonight, Primetime goes inside for a rare and shocking look at the National Association for the Advancement of White People.
If you think you're going to avoid the coming get back, I got news for you.
Is that a threat, Mr. Allen?
No, it's not. It's a promise.
Real crime mystery. You think you are protected.
And he didn't go under the bars. He went between them bars.
A serial rapist so thin, so nimble, so cruel.
That girl fought. She fought for her life.
He covered their eyes, talked to them in the dark, and vanished. tonight on The Trail with real homicide detectives as they hunt for cold-blooded killers.
It's the police. Open the door.
On the case. From the crime scene.
It's got a wedding ring on, and some wife and some kid someplace are about to have their whole life undone.
To the morgue.
I just don't like the smell in this place. I hate this place.
The impossible hours. The cases that get under their skin.
This one is definitely personal. This is real personal.
Tonight, Prime Time takes you there.
On the surface, it tells you that there was a torture going on.
Follow the leads and clues. Unravel the forensic mysteries. And with them, catch a rapist killer no one, not even his girlfriend, suspected.
All three of these young people made a decision to get behind the wheel of a car, drunk. They had heard it all before. They knew well what could happen. They just didn't think it would happen to them.
I'd be like, whatever. You know, I've seen the DUI videos and driver's ed. You know, I've heard the speakers come in.
Darby had some of her friends staying overnight. All of them were going to a wedding the next day. They had a few six-packs, a few bottles of hard liquor. Darby says the norm for kids her age.
Yeah, and then we ran out of ice, so I decided I could go do that. Yeah. Yeah, you learn real quick what you can and cannot do.
Darby headed onto the highway to find a package store just one exit away. In just that short distance, she drove so fast that she rear-ended a minivan carrying 6 people. As Darby rushed over to the van and tried to help the people she'd hit,
I heard them say, "We've lost one."
2 people died in the accident. One of them was only 17.
I don't expect anybody to be able to fathom that, but it's shock. It's shock, it's loneliness, sadness, hurt, you know, I mean, just everything all at once. It's very painful.
These are the times that try men's souls. Revolutionary War patriot Thomas Paine's words carry with them a warning about the cost of commitment, of believing in ideals, and making the hard choice. Between 1964 and 1973, over 2.5 million Americans made the hard choice to serve in America's longest war, the war in Vietnam. The sacrifice of these servicemen and women was real, and yet in the ensuing years, the veterans of Vietnam and their families have been embattled in a new conflict, a struggle against the myth that has distorted who they are and why they served.
There is a dramatic difference between my experience and what I know to be the truth and what the general person in the American public believes.
A person who hasn't experienced that and hasn't seen the Vietnamese and seen the war can't really make an intelligent comment about somebody who has.
We're getting up in age, and if we don't correct this now, our history, in effect, has already been written, and it's going to stay there forever. You know, if we don't challenge it now, it's not going to get challenged.
Our soldiers would finally come home to discover that they'd lost the war. For over a quarter century, that's what we've all been told. But there are many who believe that there was a time when the war was won. This is their story.